but they get him on the ground at the 20. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give from the gun. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to...
And the full dive and grab down the left side. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. He's going for a big play downfield. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
On this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive, attacking deep down the field. But they're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups because that time the defense won. They were able to high point the football, creating the intercept.
Wasting no time taking a shot. Touchdown USC! They put the first points on the board.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They've scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Back to pass. It's Applewhite. Got a man. It's Gibson. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the tailback. Runs through a tackle. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
The Seminoles back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to pass inside the red zone. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Fires on the move. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Unleashes to the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced a big interception.
They're going to test the right side with this one. Makes it past the marker. Out of bounds at the 18, and that is just what they needed to get it away from their own end zone.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
The Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Fox. Quarterback extends the play. On the run, deep down the right side. A strike downfield.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He wants to change this route. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Great spot to attack there, right off the turnover. Try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
Picks up the 1st down. There he goes. Touchdown, Knowles. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Play action on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Well, he hauls that pass in. Big play for the offense. The Trojans have had such a history at this receiver position, right? You go back to Mike Williams, Keyshawn Johnson, Juju, and then Jordan Addison. There's always a playmaker on the perimeter of the field for the quarterback to take advantage of, and they've got to keep feeding this guy the football. He is dangerous.
Making side adjustments here. Now the play fake. Finds his big tight end. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the ground, it's Wormley. Breaks into the open. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge game. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Fox. Slings it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
The short hands, it's Wormley. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at the matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the 1st down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete.
Touchdown, Trojans! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big body frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Final play of the quarter coming. To the air, it's Applewhite. Unloads to the wideout. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played 1. Boy, they tried to end the first quarter on a high note to no avail. Second quarter's coming. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Running to the left. Powers through the defender. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 30. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set him up inside the 30, 1st and 10. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The Noles want to pick up the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
This is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get it first.
From the red zone, looking for a space. He'll take a shot. And the throw and catch was good, but you got to do it in the field of play, and he couldn't quite keep that foot in bounds.
You simply don't see that very often. The quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Takes the easy completion. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This crowd knows when to bring it. Here's the pressure. Got a man. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
You got to be impressed by what you just saw from this offense. They're already in the red zone, right? The coach is telling the quarterback, be smart, don't do anything crazy with the football. We can't turn it over. We're already in field goal range, and he's like, no, man, I got my matchup one-on-one. I know where I'm going, and not just that. I'm not just going to get the first. I'm going to set you up now on the goal line. Let's roll.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Finds his big tight end. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the 2nd quarter. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. That scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Fox. This time he's got his man. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a 1st down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys. Just such an easy place.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
To the air. It's Applewhite. Got the back over the middle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Finding an escape route. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Inside the tag. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Florida State.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Old Dominion is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Virginia. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it.
Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Trojans line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The corners are walked up tight. Back to pass, it's Applewhite. Fires to the right. Finds his man open. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play. Some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers. And Just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in their recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State symbol.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. They'll go to the ground. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Noles can really attack on this 2nd and short. He leaves it with his back. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Motion from the wideout. From the shotgun, the inside kick. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Let's it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Florida State.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that lead grows even bigger.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Buys a little time. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Fires to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Seminoles will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree. So,
oh, he's got some space. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Grab near the sticks. It's Matthews. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Out of the gun. They'll run it inside. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Now, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Coming out with it, it's Gibson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Quick handoff. Got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
They'll give it to him again. He rolls all the way up to the 40-yard line before going out of bounds in this running game, making an impact.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up the short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
They'll run it from the gun. Fights off a defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one.
Going to take a shot at this DB. Grabs it inside the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Noles!
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing it. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Fox. Got it in the middle. It's Wormley. 35, he's got room. Touchdown, Trojans. Once he got some room, it was over.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
Yeah, and when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility in the guy in that slot position.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Applewhite. Quick strike complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. You look like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Off play action. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Old Dominion fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Virginia. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Just keeps moving. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. That type of big play can even make Traveler perk up and take notice.
And, man, when I think about USC and just their pass, I just think about explosive. Explosive playmakers, making explosive plays down the field, finding those big wide receivers, making big plays.
Looking to throw, it's Fox. Buys a little time with his feet. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds his tight end. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And the Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. We've been treated to an aerial show by these 2 guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Quarterback may change this route. To throw, it's Fox. Now adjusting. He wants it all. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And as a defense, you just went, whoo, we just dodged a bullet. Not great coverage, an opportunity for them to get a touchdown, and it goes right through his hands. Little bit of lack of concentration, and that cost him 6 points.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, that's one on third down. The quarterback and his target just had to have a little better timing. That ball had to come out a split hair sooner. As a result, though, being late, it gets swatted down, and now we've got 4.
Smashes it between the uprights. This is now a 7-point game. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David, if they can add to it. There he goes! After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it on the outside. Touchdown, Florida State. He got a step and just dusted the field. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4 and 1. He is dialed in. David, remember when we called Jameis Winston's debut? 27 passes, not one hit the ground. The 2 incompletions were caught out of bounds. This guy's locked in like that.
Locked in, dialed in. And when you're compared to Jameis Winston, and by the way, I mean, he was in fuego that night. It was awesome to be there. Those are the kind of guys that catapult you to the next level and bring Florida State back.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to throw, it's Fox. Steps away. Unloads to the right. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out 1st downs on a penalty. Use the play fake, now to throw. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some 1st downs and march down the field.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Shoots it to the left. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They just keep firing. Buys a little time. Slings it downfield. Makes the grab, plenty for the 1st down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He might want another play. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Pressure coming. Going downfield for the big play. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the 4th quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. The option look. He'll pitch it. Got the 1st down and more. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Running into the open space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, no! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, we've got a final in that Mountain West Conference Battle of Note. Utah State put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Aggies had zero issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete performance. A busy day in the Mountain West, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Fox. Throws to the tight end. Caught over the middle. It's Matthews. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Trying to do it on the ground. Breaks into the open. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
We're seeing this more and more often in college football with the analytics and everything else. But 4th and inches, they decide to go for it, and they pick it up on the ground.
You know, I really think it's a smart move, too, because why just give up and hand them the ball and give the defense a boost of morale that they really didn't earn?
Yeah, and I like the decision, too, based on who their personnel is and what their identity is as an offense. They want to be physical and control the line of scrimmage. It's a good call.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll go right back to the run. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Dropping back. It's Applewhite. Throws to the wideout. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
He'll try to pop the draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll run play action. Flushed out of the pocket. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Under fire. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Really nice job on the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on 4th down, said it, go for it. They trust the quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big first down.
Looking left. grab it off the bounce. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Dropping back, it's Fox. Looking to scramble. Bought a little time, lets it go. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your score.
Touchdown, USC! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.